me once now, baby, but I'll never let you win the game. You tested me once now, baby, but I'll never let you win the game. You got to cover it up, you like to play your own game. Cover it up, don't let them know what you're thinking. I bet you never tell them how it feels. I bet you never.
Hey guys, it's me, Tierra Traniece, and we are here at How to Stay Book, a platform by a woman for women. And this week we are focusing on women in film. This is the second installment. Our first episode focused on women in the music industry. Now, if you do not know, a lot of women are the epitome and are the root of a lot of things in your favorite industries. So, I'm going to call up my very first guest. It's Paris, and I want you guys to give a very warm welcome for her.
I got my own, and that's the real fact of how you did that. Made me fall.
So I gave it to a videographer. We shot for me once. I spent the money. I did everything. I got the video back. I'm like, my fans don't deserve this. They waited this long time. I wrote this song out for a year. And I'm like, they're expecting a real video. Beyond the fact they had already casted their own cast members, people that they was tagging, and I'm like, no, yeah, we're not using them. So I went and I did whatever I was supposed to do. Got the video back. I'm like, it's not it. So I'm like, okay, whatever, give my money back. I'm just doing what I know best. I went on Instagram. I was looking for another videographer, and honestly, Paris never really she crossed my mind, but it was just like, okay, she always busy. I always see her working, so I'm like, child, she ain't gonna have time for me and my little budget. I don't got time for this. So then I was like, okay, somebody tagged her, and it was like, use Paris. Paris gonna get the job done. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use her. I'm gonna see. So I reached out. She worked with everything, and it's like we got it right the first time, and it was the last time. Like, it was so detailed, and it's another reason why I really love women, because women pay attention to every single detail. The things that men, it's like men are here for a purpose. I haven't really figured it out yet, but men are here for a purpose. But women pay attention to every single detail. Like, if my hair is out of place, you fix the hair. If you see the pants that ain't wrong, you fix it. So it was just like, okay. And then we had so much history. I'm like, okay, if we do this together, this is not only girls doing girls. This is showing other dark-skinned girls and other black girls that, yeah, you can be from the projects, you can live in the projects, but you don't have to sell your soul. You don't have to change the type of person that you are to do what it is that you really want to do. Because as when you grow up, your parents say you got to be a doctor, you got to be a lawyer, you got to be an artist. They don't encourage you to be videographers. They don't encourage you to be filmmakers or anything of that sort. So I was so grateful to have her. So again, I want y'all to give a warm welcome for Paris.
It's like Tierra said, PBC, Purple Bean to the hut. But I'm originally from Overtown, Town does.
Not the full life. They don't know about
So, and I met Tierra, oh my God, and it's crazy how life come full circle, and we did the video together because we came from the beans, you feel me? And people see us now, and I'm sure they don't realize it, how far we came, but this woman right here, she's amazing. She grew up to be a dope girl, and I knew she was gonna be something great, I knew it. And basically how my story started, I grew up in poverty. I don't want to make a sad story, but we didn't really have much, growing up. And my mom did the best she could. She had 8 kids, and she did the best she could. Really, 8 kids. They have a father, and Yeah, it was like really hard. So I didn't know I was gonna be like everybody else. I didn't know. I was like, all right, I don't know. And they just shoot every day, you know, every week. They're in the police.
We're like, all right, look, we gotta be in the house by 6. Them niggas gonna bust tonight.
So once we, you know, she was like, all right, I'm gonna buy them to keep them from getting shot. I'm gonna get them a camera. I'm gonna get them a computer. And she bought us a laptop and a webcam. And we was doing bad stuff with the webcam, but aside from that, it was like, all right, we gonna make home video. And I became the director and the editor, and I was like, this is fun. I loved it. Oh my God. I never been to Disneyland, but this is lit. So I was like, I want to be a director. And from there, we was in the house when we wasn't outside bothering y'all, like painting our walls.
When we went outside, we was on punishment.
We was, you know, making videos, and I was like, this is what I want to be. And from there, I went to school, college for it. College really wasn't for me, and that's why I learned, like, everyone has a path in life, and it wasn't for me, and I still got an internship. And the internship, my first video shoot was with French Montana and Akon. I worked for 305 Films, wrote them, said, I don't care how much y'all give me, I want to work on y'all production. They gave me a chance, and I came on there, and I worked hard from 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. No, 2 a.m. And I worked super, super hard. I came there with heels, so like said, what do you got on? You know, you finna work. I was like, oh shit, let me take off these shoes. I took them off, and I went to work. Took off, and he was like, I love your work ethic. Can you come on the next video shoot with Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, and Chris Brown? I said, hell yeah. So I did that, and he was like, whoa, you cool, I like you. Keep up the good work. I was like, yo, they making all this money for making videos. I'm like, I want money too. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start my own production. And I started working. The first person to fly me out was like Prima Donna. She flew me out to Georgia. And at the time, I didn't know how big the gift I had. I was like, she flew me out to Georgia. I'm out here. I love this. I love this life, first class. And then Trina seen me, and Trina was like, I worked with Trina one time. After that, she was like, you gotta be my videographer. And I started traveling with Trina all across the world. I had traveled till I was 21 years old. My mom didn't have enough money to put me on the plane. We never traveled nowhere. So I see kids now traveling, and it's just like amazing to me. But I worked for Trina, and then from there it took off. I filmed Migos' Quavo birthday party in Miami. And
That was crazy. I saw that, I was like, yeah, Skyy.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we Quavo, okay. Hey, Ray drop. I said, okay. In my next lifetime, I'm a rapper, but that's neither here nor there.
I can help you in this time. In this time, I can help you. There you go.
It just took off from there. So when Tierra wrote me, I'm making a long story short, when Tierra wrote me about the video, I was like, me? Because I'm so humble. I come from humble beginnings, so I don't think of myself as better than nobody. I feel like we are all equal. We all have a story. Yeah. And then I was like, all right, let's go, Tierra. I don't know why you believe in me, but let's go. Let's do this. And from there, we've been lit. And even at 20K, I'm just like, Tierra, we really hit 20K. I didn't think we hit 1K. Because I'm just so like, I don't know if they'll like me. I don't know if they're gonna, follow my vision. And she amazing. She amazing. She already got a big platform. Yeah. Keep up with it.
The next person I'm about to call up, honestly, I'm not even sure how we met. Like me and Paris is like, okay, we got our history, but this person, I think I was actually performing the very first time I actually performed anywhere. And what ended up happening was she was there, and she captured this really dope shot of me. And I was like, this shit raw. I need this right here. I'm gonna screenshot this. And I screenshotted it and I tagged it. But in the literary world, everybody knows that you use like your initials, or you use a name that sounds more masculine, because when your name sounds more masculine, people are more inclined to actually read your work. When you sound like a woman, they don't really want to touch it. So I'm like, TV RICO. I'm like, oh, this nigga know how to take pictures. And we always know men do not be knowing how to take pictures. So I'm like, I'm gonna find him. Then I'm not even sure, like, so I clicked the picture, I got the picture, and I'm like, okay, this is dope. I'm not even sure how I found out she was a girl, but when I found out she was a girl, I was like, yeah, it's lit. All right, we good. So I reached out. I told my manager, I'm like, look, I can't find anybody because at the time my sister was here in Quay, but she moved to New York. So at the time my sister was here, she was with my videographer, but like Quay is like a home body. Like it don't even matter how much money you pay her. Like she's just naturally a homebody. Like you can be like, I got $10,000 in Quay, like I want to sleep. And that's fine. Like sometimes you know you have your choices, but I met RICO, and ever since then, like RICO has been like the absolute most genuine person. I can call RICO at the drop of a dime, and RICO is there. Whether RICO got something planned already, I'm like, RICO, all right, I don't want to interrupt your schedule. RICO like, no, it's cool. They said it's gonna be done at 5. I'm gonna be there at 5:15 because they gonna already be packing up, and I'm gonna be there. I'm like, RICO, you sure? She like, I'm sure. RICO be here at 5:10. I'm like, damn. I love RICO. So I want y'all to give a warm welcome to RICO.
They said I'm equal to a 10, they ain't fucking. So tell me what it is and what it ain't. Be a dummy for a nigga, that's just something that I can't. I wanna hold you.
It's kind of hard to come behind Paris, but yeah, I'm RICO. I've been doing it for about 5-6 years. I was working at Target for about 6-7 years, and I'm stocking shelves one day, and I just got tired of it. So my homeboy walking past me, and I'm like, man, I'm tired of this shit.
You a cuss, right?
I'm like, I'm tired of this
Ain't no
shit.
kids, boss.
And I told him, I'm like, man, I think I'm gonna get me a camera, because as a kid, I always took pictures. I always had to, like, the cameras from Walgreens. Every week I'm at Walgreens developing pictures. And I used to make scrapbooks or whatever, and yeah, so he passed by me, he was like, man, I got a dude who do camera work. Buy you a camera, and he'll teach you how to work it. I ain't know the dude from a can of paint. I bought the camera the next day. Went and found the boy at work, and I'm like, yo, I got a camera, what's up? So we went, we drove to Fort Lauderdale. I met this dude who right now, today is my business partner to him. And he basically was showing me how to edit. So he basically was, it looked like Spanish to me, because the boy was just sitting there editing the video, and he like, oh, so this how you do this how you do that. I'm like, oh, all right. I ain't understand nothing, but I'm like, all right. So he basically showed me how to work a camera from, because I didn't start doing videos, I started taking pictures. So he set my camera up to take pictures. I had a photo, I used to practice with my niece and somebody else's niece. And I had a photo shoot, it was horrible. Photo shoot was horrible. So I came back, I'm like, Toon, I need to fix these pictures blurry. I didn't know what to do, but thank God it was like, it wasn't like a professional, it was somebody I knew. So right. It was all right, I guess. Yeah, it was all right, I guess. Like they trusted me, whatever, free shoot, whatever. So at that point, I was like, man, you just gonna have to teach me how to set my own camera, because every situation ain't gonna be the same. So he did that, and throughout the years, I just been learning from him and YouTube. Camera basically got me into places I could have never imagined. Met people I could have never imagined meeting. I met a bunch of people. Lisa Ray. I was on stage with Boosie. Plies. Actually, I met Paris doing a Plies concert. We did Plies and Boosie together. That was the first time we meet in Paris.
Throwing money in the club got me questioning myself like I ain't really enough. If I ain't the one you want, make you call this shit a dub. You better tell me who you love, nigga.
So when you went to the stage, I saw the crowd. I'm like, hold on. So I went to the stage, and it was like people in my shoulders was hurting doing that shot. So that whole shot, I had my camera up, and I'm like, I can't put my camera down because the crowd lit. She lit. And ever
And I
since
was nervous as hell.
it did seem like it, and ever since that day, you know, I went home and I talked about you. I'm like, yeah, see, I act like I knew you. I'm like, yeah,
We
I'm
know each
like,
other now.
right. I'm like, yeah, Tierra Traniece, yeah, she probably.
I just feel like it's really like, it's dope to see, not really only women, like I feel like it's kind of the human thing to do is to like extend the open arm or to extend the invitation for somebody who you don't think, you know, knows kind of what they're doing, but you're like, okay, I see you. Like, as women, we are nurturers. So it's like it's in you to want to nurture somebody, to want to teach somebody. It's up to them to be receptive to it. And so with me, I've always been like, girl power, empowerment, women, and I've come across some really like shitty women. But I feel like it's because they haven't experienced like true sisterhood that makes them not want to help other people or help other women, because when it's a feeling that you get when you see another woman. It's like, okay, I couldn't do it, but you did. Thank you. Like I get that. Like I feel it, and it's just like it's a really crazy feeling. And even with Fool Me Once, like I hired Skyy, but we like, all right, this some shit that RICO might know. We don't know this. I damn sure as hell don't know it. Always wanted everybody to know like who was the mastermind behind Fool Me Once. Like, although I directed Fool Me Once, although I came to you with a storyline, it's nothing for me to come to you with a storyline, but it's everything for you to get that camera and capture every single thing. You know, like my boyfriend at the time, like right now, he's not an actor, but he got there now. Like, okay,
Did his thing though.
he did. Y'all know he ordered himself up. And he got the video, and I had to swallow my pride. I'm like, God damn it, all these girls gonna be looking at my man in the video. But it's cool, because the old chest got us 21,000 views, and we good. But it's just like, I'm just really grateful for y'all, because it's times where, like, I'm just cracking into this. Like, y'all see me with Blue, and y'all see me with Leia, and y'all see me with everybody else a part of my team. Like, we new to this. And it's just like, we going to clubs. I hate clubs. I don't like being there. But at any given time, I know that if I need any one of y'all, I can call y'all. Like, Paris hate even going to events and filming. She hates it. But it's like, I know that it's a peace of mind that you get when you know that you can depend on somebody. Like, I'm a very independent person, but you get tired of being strong. So it's like, okay, I want to depend on somebody. So it's like, okay, when Blue tell me that, oh, I got RICO, I'm like, when the makeup artist do my makeup, I'm like, fuck that. Girl, do my makeup good, because RICO finna get me right. And it's just like when I watched Fool Me Once, and I went to Paris' house, me and my boyfriend only ever drive to Sunrise to go to the drive-in. That's it. I drove in, I'm like, what the fuck this? I'm driving, I'm like, bitch, we about to drive in, we about to swap shop. I'm up there, I went there at like 5 o'clock. I didn't leave until like 2 o'clock in the morning. I bought a bottle of wine, we sipping wine. I was doing editing, I'm like, it ain't no way in hell I could do this shit for no living. And that's how I knew. That's how I knew, like, the gift that y'all have, everybody can't do that. Like, I could do what I do. I can write songs, I can write hits. That's what I do. Write hits, bitch. But I can't, that editing, it was just like, Skyy, like, what part you like? I'm like, bitch, I just blinked.
I'm walking up with the stars, but I'm swearing to God that I'll never love again. It be a cold day in hell before I let a nigga in, and I don't wanna be friends.
You got it, and it's like, I always thank you, because it was just such like a great environment while we was there. It was such like, it was a teachable moment for everybody. Like, it was like, you was there, Toon was there, and it just was like, it was amazing. Like, it was such a great feeling. It made me want to actually, because I never really wanted to get into music, but it made me want to be like, okay, I'm ready. Like, let's do more videos together. And so I'm just like, okay, we got this. And so I just always want to say, like, thank y'all for what y'all did for me, what y'all did for us, because always know that anytime I go up a level in life, I'm always gonna take y'all with me. Anybody that I started with, I'm always gonna finish with, unless it's in God's plan to remove anybody from anybody's life, and I cannot control that. But know that that's my word is my bond. Like, I always believe in, you know, taking people that have absolutely nothing. Like it's like no status. Like people not even looking at you, and you take them and you make people out of believers. And that's something that I stand on. So I just want to thank y'all, because without y'all, we would have never got Fool Me Once. We would have never got the views that we got, the views that we're about to get.
Okay. I want to know, like, from both of y'all, what are some of y'all biggest challenges, like, just as female video actors? Okay. Drinks kicking in.
I mean, the truth is coming out.
My biggest challenge thus far, I think because when they hear woman, they think like they take you as a joke. It's like, oh, it's a woman doing what a man usually do, filming. And it's like, I can do it too. But it's like, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like they don't think you can do the job as good as a man. And it's like, women can do it just as great as a man can do. Like, we made equal, that part. Like, we made equal. So I deal with that. The other challenge is, what else challenge I deal with? I've been dealing with people. I work customer service. I prefer to do, anybody work call job, call center?
I mean, I had
Anybody? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I quit them all.
I wish I was y'all, because you don't gotta see nobody, you just talk on the phone. But with this, you have to be in front of people.
They work. They talk big on the phone.
Yeah.
If you really about that, you would not know this. Like, you shouldn't know me.
Yeah, I will put them on mute. So, but we gotta deal with people, and I feel like sometimes you gotta like, ooh, you gotta suck it up and be like, I got it. All right, no problem. Hey, how can I help you? Cool, it's okay. Perfect, got it. Oh, you didn't like that? Oh, I'm super sorry. Like, you have to be extra nice. You can't be just like, you gotta just be, you gotta be customer service. But if you, in your head, you be cussing them out like,
Bitch, why you didn't send me the first time?
you these city girls in your head, you feel me? Relax, good, bud, good, work your back. Okay. Back. It's my ADHD acting up. But, so, that's the biggest challenge, just like customer service. That's it.
Alright, I would say I would piggyback off the first thing she said. Basically, everybody, like, you get to, especially with me going by RICO, like, people be like I had somebody like real deal calling me king, like through text messages, and they saw me, no, they called me, and they like, hello? I'm like, and I was letting them call me king, cause when I talked to her, she was like, hello? I'm like, yeah, this RICO. So, you know, I guess that's it ain't really it's a challenge, but it's not that many of us out here. Like, I honestly can't think of too many. I tried before the show too to think of other female videographers, and I can't really think of too many because they all dudes.
So how do you stay optimistic? How do you stay booked? And what do you have to say to the next upcoming girl boss or the already established girl boss that really needs like some kind of motivation and encouragement?
I'm gonna keep it short and simple. God is the first one. God is a part of my team meeting. I have to pray. I have to stay prayed up, you know? The second thing is, marketing. Marketing, everything. Like, people call me all the time, how do you get into film? How do you get into video? I tell them all the time, don't go out and buy the most expensive camera. Don't do that. You can literally have a potato. Buy anything. This is the camera right here. This camera right here, you can get this right now for like $450. Take this, make the best video you can make. Teach yourself editing. Or if you need to go to college, go to college. But teach yourself editing. You can learn on YouTube right now. You can teach yourself right now on YouTube how to make videos, and you can have a business tomorrow, and you can make money. Literally, I did that from my home, from a raggedy computer. I started making videos, and then I took off. I still, for the life of me, can't understand why people hire me, because I'm like, I taught myself. This is crazy. This is and it's like, I teach myself myself, and it's like marketing. I make funny videos. I like fun. I feel like every day you should wake up and live life because it's short. You don't know when it's your time. So laugh, smile, and just have a good time. The third thing, how to say book. Keep yourself busy. Like, you know, Tierra, you got a boyfriend, right? And you have a business, BB. And you're doing it, and you're making it look so easy. And I know it's not always easy, you know? And me, I'm single, hey. But, I be feel like I don't got no time. I be like, I don't know how Tierra do it. I gotta take some tips behind the scenes how you do it. I don't have no time. This is my boyfriend. My boyfriend is Sony. I'm such a nerd. I'm like, my boyfriend is Sony. So I just stay into my dream and my gift. I pray all the time. I say, God, is this really for me? If it is, just show me a sign. Because if it's not for me, I will stop. I will stop tomorrow, today, if it's not for me. But show me my gift. And so my advice to any girls is just stay humble, stay prayed up, and keep family. Family don't have to be blood related. You keep family around you.
How to say book. I started manifesting this year, so I heard that's a big thing. Basically, what you want, you put out into the universe. The universe gonna get it back. So, yeah, if you wanted it, I'm gonna be a director. Don't nobody know it yet. I'm talking about like a movie director.
Oh, we know.
Like Power.
Oh, we know.
Don't nobody know it, but I know that. So, I watch shows like that, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's me. A couple years behind the camera. So, that, and I would say post. Like, you got a business, post. I know it's coming from me because I barely post because I'm barely. I don't know. I gave Instagram a break a little bit, but I would say to anybody who's trying to say book, post, because even if ain't nobody liking your post, they seeing your post. They watching. You relevant. If you sell hair, you sell anything, and ain't nobody gotta go online and be like, who sell hair? Because you always on their timeline. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how you say book. You make someone like, who we want? You say book. And basically build relationships. Like even if you gotta do something, you know, for a little or no money, like when you pray, especially if you're trying to start a business, go to events and just take pictures. Like, ain't nobody ask you to come, but you there. You take the pictures, you build relationships, you build like people know you. Like, it's a lot of people. I go places, a lot of people who know me, and I'm like, I feel weird about it. I was in a spot, Recess Miami. There's a bunch of people coming up to the hood. I'm like, yo, what's up? They're like, you know, like, I'm like, you know what? Like, 10 people didn't know me. I was like, all right, when I come back, I'm like, so those 10 people know what I do.
And I ain't gonna be around. I ain't gonna be forever. You better get it right and get your shit. So tell me what it is.
Okay, guys, it's Tierra Traniece, and we're back with the second segment of the show, How to Stay Booked. In this segment, we are debunking myths or facts about women's health. And what better way to debunk a myth or fact than to bring a certified health advisor on the show. I need everybody to give a round of applause for Latoya. So this is a segment that I feel like is really important because I feel like women's health is really like such a taboo topic. Even as a kid, like most of our mothers have not talked about to us about sex, or even just something that's so simple as like, why do you get discharged, or why something that's very, you know, it's something that happens to you every day, but you don't understand why it's happening because that conversation has not been had. So I feel like I should definitely have a certified health advisor on the show to let you guys know that the things that you see on social media may or may not be true. So we have a few of them, and we'll leave the discussion open for our audience. Now the first myth that we have up here, myth or fact, You can only detox your vagina with vaginal pearls, aka yoni pearls. Is that true or false?
It is false. There is a market for it. What I like to let people know, or what I like to let women know, you do what feels comfortable to you. So the vagina is self-cleaning. So that's why we have our cycles. That's why we go through light discharge before or after our cycle. So you want to make sure that you are not doing anything to disrupt that or to cause more of a problem. Also, the yoni pearls or the detox pearl, they have a certain type of mesh or cloth on them. So what happens is that can cause issues inside the uterus and inside the vaginal wall. So you want to kind of stay away from that. So if you've done it before and it worked, great. But you don't want to overdo it because too much of anything is not good for you.
And if you have to keep inserting yoni pearls, then you should insert yourself into a doctor's office because you have bigger problems. That's falling out.
Correct. So you definitely want to make sure you're getting that checked.
Right. Our second myth or fact is you cannot, this comes from Flintstone, you cannot overdose on vitamins. Is that a myth or a fact?
That is a myth. You actually can overdose on vitamins. Yeah, if you find yourself taking because what happens is, like, let's say now everybody's going and getting B12 shots. So I see a lot of that going on. So people are asking me, well, how many B12 shots should I be getting? The thing is, it's not how many B12 shots you should be getting, just make sure you're eating a well-balanced diet. So if you go get a B12 shot, you want to probably follow up with blood work to make sure your levels are back to normal. You don't want to find yourself overdosing on like vitamin D because they might have said, you know, your vitamin D levels are low. And you can also overdose on iron. Those things can cause toxicity in your blood. So you want to be careful when it comes to taking or stopping or even starting vitamins, because sometimes you might overdose on it and that can cause other issues. Other issues such as with your kidneys, your liver, so you want to be careful with that. And the only way to test your levels of vitamins is with a blood test. So get that blood test and tell them the levels that you want to have tested, and wherever you go, they can do that for you.
Okay, we have another myth or fact. Now, I do see a lot of women always saying how they are anemic, and it's really just because the iron pills are huge, and the folic acid and all the other things that you're supposed to take to boost your iron actually makes you kind of like constipated.
It makes you constipated. It makes you constipated.
It makes you constipated. So if you do not take a supplementary, anything that makes like a stool softener that's supposed to prescribe you, I just want to know, is it a myth or a fact that once you are anemic, you always are anemic?
That is a myth. So once you are anemic, you are not always anemic. You will find that you'll be more anemic like before you get your cycle, because your levels tend to drop because now you're about to lose all that blood. You know where I'm going. And then you'll also find that you'll be more so anemic after you have your cycle. But I'm also a health advisor, so you can schedule a wellness assessment with me and we can sit down and go over those things to be able to find what it is that you're lacking in your diet that's causing you to be anemic. I personally did suffer from anemia and I balanced that with the diet.
Right.
And it's really a lifestyle change, finding ways of eating, more leafy greens, you want to drink more water, you want to make sure you're taking the proper vitamins. For me, I didn't do the iron, but I did do the folic acid.
I was doing juicing, so I was juicing doing smooth because I'm not good with remembering to take
a pill.
Like, I'm not, it's too like, take a pill, I can't do it.
Right, and it leaves you feeling tired if you're not still getting that balanced diet or not burning it. So I didn't find myself taking the iron, but I did do the folic acid and with the diet. So simply doing a wellness assessment, like you might go to your physician and they might say, hey, take this, and this. But what's the purpose of you taking it if you're not going to follow up with self-care? And that self-care is making sure that you're eating how you're supposed to eat, getting enough sleep, and things like that.
Okay. Do anybody in the audience have a myth or a fact that they feel like should be debunked? Because I know it's a lot of things that we grow up thinking that's not like, even with not women's health facts, like we know, like our parents used to tell us driving in the car, like if you don't sit your ass down and cut the light off, I'm gonna get a ticket. That's absolutely false.
AC,
The
radio.
Yeah. You're not gonna get a ticket if the light is on, the police behind you.
Right.
So we have a question in the back. Cranberry juice. She wasn't here last week.
I was national and stuff, but I hate it. I don't like to drink cranberry juice.
Is it 100% or is it
First of
cocktail?
all, that's cocktail. She holding back there.
Any kind of cranberry juice.
Y'all
is
cranberry
nasty.
Okay, so just to follow up from last week, what we discussed was that the myth is drinking cranberry juice can cure a UTI.
Right.
It cannot cure a UTI. If the UTI is already there, you need antibiotics.
Right.
But if you want to drink cranberry juice as a preventative measure, you can. But it can't be cocktail because that's full of sugar.
Right.
So all that sugar, yeah, that's too much sugar. And then you can't be drinking it, in your vodka. But you want to make sure you're drinking 100% cranberry juice. And even like Azo, they sell like the cranberry pills.
The pills.
If you're somebody who's really disciplined and you take your vitamins in the morning or at night, you can do that like once a week. Take a cranberry pill, but it's preventative. It's not a cure. So if you already feel the symptoms of the UTI, it's kind of too late to be trying to cranberry them now.
And you know the symptoms of a UTI. Your bladder feeling a little heavy. You gotta pee, but you already gotta pee. You got a UTI.
Feeling heavy, constant urination. When you go to urinate, it probably might burn a little bit.
Right.
If you go to urinate, you feel your bladder's heavy and it's just a little pee drop, then there's probably a UTI.
It's a UTI.
So you definitely want to get checked by a physician at that point.
Well, it might be.
It might be. Yeah, it could be something else, but go get it checked at that point.
Right. Any other questions?
I got one more question. Like, I don't think it's a myth or fact question. It's like, growing up, like you said, our parents, our mothers, they didn't really tell us too much about coming into being a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting up in that age, like I'm about to hit 30, right? And my body is adjusting and it's changing. You know what I'm saying? So like our pH balance level changes and stuff like that. So like, what is, like, how do we not stop it, but like,
How you control the pH
how we
balance?
control it?
Your pH balance definitely, before Latoya, the certified health, I can definitely tell you that your pH balance has a mind of its own. Like you can eat cereal and it's like, fuck, my pH balance
It
off.
done went on.
Then it's like, you fix it, you go have sex, it's like, fuck, my pH balance back off. And it's
I used to be.
right. Hey, who am I? You gotta sit like this, you just like, wait a minute. And it's like, I get it. So like, for that, I definitely feel like the pH balance is definitely like, it has a mind of its own. It's really just like, as a woman, and that's what, one of the things, like pH balance and like bacterial vaginosis is something that I always want to talk about because it's something that is so taboo. Like a lot of women like to make other women feel bad because you may have it or you may have went through it, and it's like, yeah, you may not have experienced it, but don't make another woman feel bad because she's experienced it, because everybody's body and hormones are not the same thing. Your pH balance and another woman's pH balance is the difference between when you smell a perfume. It's something so simple. When you smell a perfume on somebody else and you go spray it on yourself, it don't smell the same on you. So that's something so small as that, and it's like, I just want, that's why I have this, and that's why I have Latoya here, but Latoya can give you the more professional reason why your pH have a mind of his own.
So pretty much the pH, what happens is as we grow as women, and it's one of those things that's more hormonal for us, what happens is whatever you were doing in your 20s, like I'm 32, you made me feel like, oh, I'm coming up in age. It's like, I ain't coming up in age, I'm just being fine like a wine, honey.
Right.
So at this point, it's like when you are coming, what you did at 20, you know you cannot do at 30. And so it's one of those things as women, I think we have to come into self-mastery and being able to know, okay, what I was doing when I was in my teens, what I can't do that in my 20s. And now I'm out of my 20s, and now I'm in my 30s, and it's a whole new learning experience. So really just learning where it is that what's causing the pH to be off. It may not even be anything too serious. It might be just something as simple as I probably can make a personal recommendation to you. Have you ever drank alkaline water? You probably want to add that to your lifestyle. And don't overdo it, because then you can get alkaline toxicity.
Yeah,
So once a week. No, you good. For free. But once a week, people will see me with my alkaline water, and I know it's because my cycle just went off, and now it's time to get that good little flush.
Yeah.
So, or I might go into a juicing phase for like 7 days, because what happens is when that pH gets off, there's really nothing that you can do to get it back on balance other than to flush your system.
Yeah.
And then it's like you gotta hit the reset. So I'm always finding myself hit the reset. So people like, you're always up and down with what you eat. I have to be, because I know that if I eat too much of this, my pH is gonna be off. And that's with anything, truth be told, you can't just sit here and eat a whole bunch of lemons. Have you ever ate anything so sour and then now your tongue is like itchy? Your pH is kind of like that. So like she says, it has a mind of its own, but you kind of have to think for it. So when you realize, hey, every May, my pH is off. Okay, well, every May, what am I doing different? And it takes time to really learn.
Pretty much we have to learn ourselves.
Right. Yeah, and so like she said, hot girl summer, that's when the pH really be off.
Well, I definitely want to thank you guys for trying to learn how to stay booked. That's all the time that we have today. It's me, Tierra Traniece, and I'm here with Latoya, the certified health advisor for debunking myths or facts about women's health. Before I leave, I want to leave you with these 3 things. Chase all dreams, seize all critics, conquer all fears. Until next time, bye guys.